Okay, so we're gonna go to do the wells thing, or at least this branch, because some of the others in this route we can't get to yet, because we need to finish some of the other endings to unlock a certain option to get us the other endings in this route. If you catch my drift. Okay, so I was wondering why I wasn't getting it, but apparently I need to finish a few endings in this option to get to finish those other later endings. So, I will be right back with choosing options for this one until I get one of the other endings. Okay, so with this particular ending, we are not going to get our friend Sakai a present, so it's fine, I'll just leave it. Huh? Are you sure about that, Archon? Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to drag you around all day. It'd be rude. It might make a nice change from me dragging you around all day. That's true, but I haven't seen you in ages. Came here to spend time with you, Amu. That's what I'm going to do. You charmer, you. Amu giggles playfully, slapping me on the shoulder, but she doesn't use quite as much force as usual. Is that just my imagination, or is there an ever so slight flush on Amu's cheeks? I mean, if it's gonna stop her from hitting me so hard, then I'll take it. You know, she tried to pretend otherwise, I wonder. Was she jealous? No, it can't be it. Not Amu. Surely not. Are you sure your girlfriend won't be upset if you don't buy her a present, though? I already told you, she isn't my girlfriend. And anyway, I'm sure she'll be fine. She probably didn't mean it anyway. When women say things like they usually do mean it, you can't just ignore their wishes like that, Akchan, or you might make some girls mad. You don't know the half of that, Amu. You do not know the half of it. You have no idea what I've been through the last few hours. Amu, still, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit happy. Good for you. At least I'm not making you mad. Mad enough to want to kill me. Hey, thanks, Amu. Oh, and we already read through all this, so scamming on by. Okay, I don't think I've been asked her this, but do you want to move? Yeah, I haven't asked her this. Unbidden, the words from my earlier conversation with Amu come back to the forefront of my mind. So, after I left, did Noelle not talk to anyone? No, I don't think so. Not after you left. It always seems so hard to approach, you know. So distant. I didn't know where to begin. Then maybe Noelle's family is moving because she hasn't made any new friends at school. Maybe she's lonely. That's why I theorized with the moon earlier, when we were sitting together on that wooden bench in the small park. Maybe Noelle was lonely. Is that why she wants to move? It's a depressing thought. No, Noelle always liked it here, with all the forest and the lack of crowds. Doesn't like busy places. But maybe she feels isolated here. Never really gone along with the other students at school. Rather, it isn't as though she doesn't get along with them, just doesn't talk to them. Doesn't have a bad relationship with our classmates. Doesn't have a relationship with them at all. A thing like that, I start to worry about Noelle. Then when I get worried, I start blurting out whatever comes to mind. I'm sorry if I sound weird. I was just wondering. Maybe you don't like it here? Huh? Why wouldn't I like it? Oh, I don't know, it's just... Knew we were really good friends, and when I left, I got worried. Maybe you were lonely? I was a little lonely, but I like being alone. I like drawing and walking in the forest. So I wasn't bored. Really? I know, and that's good, but I I was talking to a Moo earlier, and don't like that her eyes got darker when we mentioned a Moo. I blinked surprised. No, she doesn't sound annoyed or raise her voice. It's still shocking. Well, isn't the type of person who cuts others off while they're still talking. She always listens patiently until the end, playing only after she's had enough time to fully process what they said. Something here isn't right. You don't like a Moo? I'll take that as a no! I don't dislike a Moo. I never said that. But you don't talk to her, do you? That isn't the same as disliking her. That's simply being incompatible with her. I guess. Not very much alike. Yes, she is too loud. I know, I get it. She can be a pain sometimes, but she's still a good person. And is that why you went to see her? 'Cause she's such a good person? Noah's expression isn't any different from usual. Voice is the same as always. Yet, even so, there's an old kind of intensity underneath her seemingly innocent query that makes me feel uncomfortable. Feels as though I'm being accused of committing a crime. I went to see her because she's my friend. That isn't bad, is it? Will shakes her head. Then you don't mind if I see her, do you? Been 2 years, you know. There is a small silence. But we already know what her true feelings are about that. All too well with that box cut of hers. Honor shakes her head again. I don't mind. I think Amu's a nice person. Really. Yeah, she is nice. Feel a bit unnerved at Noel's out-of-character questioning. I try to shake the uncomfortable feeling away. It's probably just baseless paranoia. Noel doesn't dislike Amu. She said so herself, so I shouldn't worry about it. What did Amu say? What was it? Noel's quiet voice draws me out of my thoughts. Sounds like her usual self, which is comforting, but I don't know if I want to keep talking about Amu. Rather drop it. Okay, well, let's tell her, I guess. What did I go along with Noah's questioning? She just said you seemed a little lonely, like you don't talk to anyone. That's true. I don't. But I don't need to talk to anyone to have fun. Well, I'm glad about that. Yeah. I'm not like Amu. Back to Amu again. A shudder, group tightening consciously around the metallic links of the swing. Doesn't matter. Makes no difference. Doesn't stop Noel from talking. People like Amu. They are like fungus. Feed off others to survive. Can't exist by themselves. Something like that, I always found it extremely unpleasant. I still do. I'm not a fungus. Do not need to cling to others like that. Even with friends, I'm able to cope by myself. I can. So, I don't want to be a person like Amu. A weak person. Won't allow it. I'll continue to be strong. I'll not be like a fungus. I won't. Fungus? Isn't that a little harsh? Some fungi look beautiful. I draw sketches of them in the forest sometimes. Yeah, but to compare a human to a fungus? It's... I wouldn't want to be the person like that. But that doesn't change the fact that some people are like that. I can't help it. And I can't help it either. Just because I never want to be like that, it doesn't mean I hate them. It just means I can't understand them. With that, Noelle finishes a speech. Pale hands clenched together in her white lap, forming fists. Spoken much more than she does usually, and all in one go, she falls silent. The atmosphere between us has suddenly become tense. I remember the expression on Noelle's face when she spoke about Boo. I started to feel unnerved. Noelle said she doesn't hate a Boo, but is that really true? Don't know if I believe her. Once more, silence steals over us like a shroud. All I can hear is the sound of the wind through the trees. Wonder how long it's been out here, singing these swings with Noelle. Must have been quite a while by now. Fingers have gotten so cold I can hardly feel them. How can Noelle be comfortable sitting out here like this, wearing that dress? Don't understand. She's always been a mysterious person. Hey, Chan? What is it? I was thinking, are you only going to be here for 2 more days? Oh, and we've already read through all this, so we're going to be skipping through that. Oh, okay, I guess we got different takes now, because we're visiting Noelle in this route, so I guess it's different. I find myself staring at the grandiose, light, overbearing structure that is Noelle's home for the second time these last 2 days. Oh, right, because, yeah, in the last route we didn't come to Noelle's house first to get right. Yeah, so much has happened over the last course of the game already. Because I've been bouncing back and forth between each of the things, so... just before a large sign that reads for sale is displayed in the front garden, a firm indication that what I saw yesterday wasn't some kind of delusional dream. Noelle's family really is moving away. That is the truth. For some reason, that sign makes me feel anxious. Not like I'm superstitious or anything. Sometimes I flip through the daily newspaper to look at my horoscope, but that's about it. I don't take things like that too seriously, they're just a fun distraction. However, it's almost as though the sign is some kind of omen, a portent of misfortune. It's a fairly warm and sunny day. It seems oddly cold here. Maybe that's because of the sheer size of Noelle's home. Perhaps it blocks out the sun. Or maybe the sun is too intimidated by the size of her home to shine near here. Noelle's home is the biggest building in the whole village, and is situated a little way apart from the rest of the houses, which all coexist together in a cluster. Noelle's home is cold and aloof, just far enough away from the rest of the village to make it feel like it exists in its own alternate reality. Now I think about it like that, I'm starting to feel creeped out. Was that really just the wind against the back of my neck, or was it an invisible, ghostly hand? Ridiculous. I'm being stupid. These thoughts are completely useless. Worth even less than manure. You couldn't even fertilize a field with the contents on my head, so no point pondering this any further. Shaking my head in derision, I try to drive away the rest of my weird thoughts. Straight forwards with a new sense of purpose, down the front path and right to the front door. Sound on a doorstep and knock. There's no reply. And then we're back to normal shit. Okay, well, we're gonna skip past all that. Okay, apparently because we're gone to Noelle's house first and done all that, It's going to be hopefully this will lead to a different ending if we say that we like her more than a moo. So we'll just get past all that. And there he is. Okay. It's kind of cold. A shiver, wrapping my arms around my middle. Though I'm wearing the sweater, the icy wind still penetrates easily through the warm material. I'm at the park at this time of night anyway. This is stupid. Such a waste of time. If you hadn't called me up, then I wouldn't be out here all alone. What a pain. Tell me to meet her here, but I'm the one who got here first. It's rude to keep people waiting if you're the one who invites them out, you know. Bad date etiquette. It's totally rude. Not that this is a date, of course. Maybe she doesn't know she's been rude, but I doubt she cares. That kind of person. Selfish. Self-obsessed. Why she doesn't have any friends? Because she only ever thinks about herself. Give her 5 more minutes. If she isn't here in 5 minutes, I'm going home. I was just about to say, I wonder if this is a moo's perspective, and it is. It's her perspective of what happened in the playground. I sigh, tapping my foot against the ground. Where is she? What does she want anyway? I think I know what it's about, but... I can hear something. Sounds like footsteps. Turn my head, peering through the darkness. I can see her. Pale white figure standing a few feet away. I can feel her pale blue eyes boring into mine even from that distance. Gaze is just as intense as ever. Creepy. I shudder. How can she go in this weather wearing a dress like that anyway? Isn't she cold? Not that it has anything to do with me. Hey, Noelle. Noelle walks towards me. Footsteps are quiet like a cat's. Almost as though she has padded paws rather than shoes. There's a long pause. Silence. Doesn't say anything. Jeez. Doesn't start talking, this isn't gonna get anywhere. Does she really think I want to be out here? I have better things to do with my time. So, what do you want? Another pause. Of course there's another pause. Going for the mysterious girl bathed in the moonlight routine, you gotta carefully ration your words or your whole character just falls apart. How predictable. Try to resist rolling my eyes. I don't get it. Why is it that you like her more than me? So strange and distant. So hard to talk to. Probably be easier having a conversation with a brick wall. Why do you only ever talk about her? Why can't you ever think about me? What did I do wrong anyway? It's about Akchan. Finally she speaks. Not exactly surprised. What else do we have in common other than you? What's wrong with Akchan? And why did we have to come out to the park to discuss it? It's chilly. It's alright. We're just gonna talk. I forced myself to laugh, even though I don't feel so much like laughing. If I was still a kid, maybe I'd shout at her or kick her, but since I'm not that young anymore, I can't do thoughtless things like that. I'm a good person. Or, at the very least, I want to be a good person. Need to try my best. You know, when you say it like that, it makes me feel like something bad's gonna happen. Try to sound light and friendly, but it's hard. Don't really know how to talk to her. When we were both young, back when she was new to our class, the exciting transfer student from the city, remember that I really wanted to be a friend. Tried so hard, but... Look, Noelle, you like him too, don't you? Noelle's body tenses. Guess I was right on the mark. Isn't that what this is about? We both like him and you want me to confront me about it? Or something? I don't know. I don't know, and I don't really care. All I want to do is go home. Don't even want to look at her face. That face brings back bad memories. I don't like feeling jealous. It is a situation that I've read about a little in Ghost Manga. Two rivals who love confront one another and they have a contest to see who gets the guy. I never thought something like that would happen in my boring life though. It's hard to laugh in such a light-hearted way. I'm gonna talk to somebody I hate like this. No, you don't need to thank me. I can't stand her voice. Why can she stand there, sounding so disaffected? I'm trying so hard. Why doesn't anybody appreciate just how hard I try? I want her to go away. Don't want to look at her face. Don't even want to be reminded that she exists. Even though you wrote letters to me, even though you always said I was your best friend, since she came back you've only ever been thinking of her. You've only been spending time with her. Why? What did I do wrong? It's because I don't look weak. I don't look fragile. I don't act clingy. So you don't worry? You really are stupid. Ah, what? I blink, my eyes widening. What just happened? She isn't holding. It's a blade. A box cutter. What is this? My hand jumped back in time. My eyes. Noelle blinks, head tilted to one side. She looks confused. It takes her a few moments to get her bearings. I need to run. I have to get away from here. I'm not going to let this person get away with this. I hear my heart pounding in my chest. It feels like it's going to burst. I run, aiming towards the old school building. One of the windows in our classroom was left unlocked over the holidays. I noticed since I've already been back inside. There's something in my desk at school, a volume of manga I hadn't finished reading. There's an open window. If I can get into the classroom, then there's a bat. A baseball bat. Used during PE lessons at school. I'm good at baseball. Whenever we played at school, I was barred from joining the team because I was too good. I was relegated to being the pitcher instead. It's considered fairer that way. In this case, this may be to my advantage. Finally about to take her advice about think of the balls as heads, because Noelle's head is just about to become knocked off her shoulders. That's far more destructive weapon than a box cutter, isn't it? Push open the unlocked window and clamber through, making my way into the classroom. Since it's so dark, it's hard to see where everything is, but I have a fairly good idea. I'm tired. Really am tired. What's the point in smiling? What's the point in trying to be happy when it doesn't accomplish anything? It makes people think, oh, she's probably fine, so they can ignore you more easily. And it makes you more lonely. Everybody thinks I'm some kind of idiot. Think I don't have feelings. I'm too strong, too tough, too much like a boy to feel emotions. They stop caring. They stop thinking. I really am tired. Or smiling. I throw open an old lock-in near the back of the classroom with a loud creak. Find a baseball bat inside, along with some other items used during PE. Catcher's mitts, some hockey sticks, a soccer ball. Stuff should probably be in the store cupboard, but that's mostly used to hold all junk. And it's so cluttered it's hard to find things in there. Take the baseball bat and hold it in my hands. Feels reassuringly firm, keeping me grounded in reality. Can't really believe that this is happening. This shouldn't be something that's happening. Almost like a movie or TV show, but if that's true, then where's the dramatic music? I mean, we can hear it, just don't know about you. Why does everything feel so strangely subdued? Why does everything feel so miserable? What the hell? Just what the hell is going on? Oh, hey there. Well, is already there, standing in front of me. Looks windswept and disoriented. Hair a mess, her whole body trembling. Maybe she can hardly understand what's going on either. What she's doing. I half expected a laugh. Shrug her shoulder to say it was just a joke. Joke in poor taste, of course, since she really could have hurt me back there, but a joke all the same. That would make far more sense than this. Whatever this is. It could be like a melodramatic girls' manga, a moment of bonding between two rivals who previously hated one another. Not that I really want to understand Noelle, but Noelle's a weird person. Never really gone along with the rest of the class. Maybe a strange person like her really would think something like this is a suitable prank. Then again, maybe not. He's still holding that box cutter. He hasn't put it down. Shit. Is this some kind of bad dream? Is this really real? If it is, then she really is a fool. And a very energetic person. Whenever we go running in PE, she always lags behind everyone else, tottering like a broken marionette. It was stupid of her to follow me here. Clearly outmatched, and now it'll be hard for her to run away. There's only one exit, out through the window. Should have known that. Shouldn't have known, but... Amu? Yeah? Tying my grip on the bat, staring her down, not because I want to use it, but... better to be safe than sorry, right? I really don't want to get killed by somebody like this. That would be way too pathetic. Amu? Do you not like me? I must laugh at the question. It seems so strange being asked something like that from a girl who just tried to stab me. What does she expect the answer to be? Of course I don't like you. I never liked you. I hate you. I hate you even more now. Oh, that makes sense. Her sighs, her head hanging. She looks strangely sad, like a lost child, but I don't know why. She has no right to act sad. Who does she think she is? And let me tell you something. You want to make friends? Try not to stab them with a box cutter. Well, trying to stab them with a box cutter is completely the wrong way of going about it. I am aware of that. She frowns. But that's fine. Not a very likable person, so I don't have anything left to lose. At least she realizes it herself. Didn't know she was quite that self-aware. But doesn't that make it even worse? She knows she isn't likable. Why doesn't she try to change it? Why doesn't she try? Can't stand that kind of person who makes friends by guilting others, acting all disillusioned and lonely to elicit sympathy. They're scum. Parasites. Just like fungus. Yeah. These girls definitely like describing people as mushrooms. At least they have that in common, I guess. You know, I really don't mind. You don't mind what? If I die? I don't mind. Doesn't matter either way. How can she say something like that so casually? Isn't that unfair? Doesn't she have a family that loves her? What would her parents say? Moreover, doesn't she have you? Don't know why, but she's your best friend. Know how much you care about her. Know how sad you'd feel if she died. How could she be so willing to throw her own life away like that? It's a human life we're talking about, you know, not a damn tissue. Doesn't she realize how much it would hurt people? Doesn't she care? Even though you care about her, she doesn't care about you at all. She's only thinking about herself. Can't she see that? Why can't you realize it? The person who throws their life away doesn't deserve to live at all. It's not my fault. It isn't my fault. If you already chose to end it here, then what can I do? It's not my fault at all. Sudden sound cuts through the air. It's an unpleasant crushing sound, like a watermelon being split in two. Ella's body goes limp. Life flickers from her eyes. Pitches forward so instead on an unsteady feet and falls to the floor with a thud. Stare down at her body, lying by my feet. It's twitching. Pale hair, stained dark red. Blood. Not the kind of blood I'm accustomed to, like cuts and scrapes from falling over or trying to climb trees. This blood looks darker somehow, thicker, like raspberry jam. There's so much. Didn't think there'd be that much. Didn't think I'd hit it that hard. I really didn't think. Stomach turns. Mouth is filled with bile. My vision swims. I didn't want to hurt her. Even though I don't like her, I never wanted something like this to happen. It wasn't my fault. If she hadn't tried to hurt me, she could have killed me. She was trying to kill me, so but she wasn't. She's not strong enough for something like that. She's not strong, but I am. I've always been good at baseball. She'd already given up. She didn't even try to defend herself. It's almost like she was goading me into doing it, to hurting her. But then, doesn't that make it her fault? And she did attack me first. It was self-defense, right? I did it to protect myself, not because I wanted to. I never wanted to do something so horrible. I guess I really don't know my own strength. Well, ending 3, self-defense. Well, I mean, Noelle definitely had it coming to her. But at least, Amu didn't lose her eyes this time, so... yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but we still got more it needs to complete, so... Oh, this is... different? Okay, I don't know why. Okay, maybe because I didn't buy her the ice cream this time around? I guess. You really like this girl then? I like her enough, I suppose. Why are you asking? Well, Moo pauses, tugging at the end of her pink ponytail in a strangely distressed manner. Though she's still smiling, her expression looks slightly less cheery than before. And it kind of hard to believe that you're so desperate to buy a present for a girl who's simply a friend, when you wouldn't even buy me, one of your bestest buds, a measly ice cream. Yeah, because I chose not to, buy an ice cream this time round. Hey now, what's she gotten over that? Is she still holding a grudge? Moo can be such a kid sometimes. Not that I like Sakai more than you, it's just, different. Moo pouts, sticking out her lower lip. Different? How is it different? Well, because I brought you loads of things in the past, but I've never really bought Sakai anything before. Doesn't usually ask for favors from people. Are you saying I do? You do try to get me to buy stuff for you quite a lot. But I haven't in ages. Over like 2 whole years. Because you haven't seen me for 2 whole years. You might have a point there. Alas, though it lacks a certain kind of buoyancy. Her eyes aren't usually downcast, her smile strained. If I didn't know any better, I'd say she really was jealous. I wonder, this kind of scenario, is it really alright for me to put Sakai before Moo? Moo does have a point. I have known her for longer, but you know, he's fiddling with the hem of her skirt, eyes directed downwards towards the ground. If you want to buy her a present, then it's fine. I blink at Moo, surprised. It isn't often she backs down like this, and of her own free will, no less. Are you sure? Yeah, it might be a good lesson for me. Lesson? I think I'm just feeling kind of clingy, like, I need to act on first, so he's all mine. Sheepish smile. And then that's kind of unhealthy though, and isn't fair to you. You have a new life now. New friends. If you really want, you can go and buy the girl a present. Please don't mind me. Okay, now, this is how you react to a friend when you're jealous. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Noelle. You don't go around murdering people. So she says, but I can tell despite her bravado she isn't happy about it. Clearly hurt her feelings. Now that I feel conflicted. What should I do? What kind of present would Sakai like anyway? Present for Sakai. Present for Sakai. Present for Sakai. Oh, and we've already read all this. And we're actually going to leave it though, so at least the Moo will be happy. Okay, and then from here we are not going to pry any further. Ultimately I decided it would be rude to keep asking questions. Clearly she doesn't want to reply. Seems to be a painful topic for her, and I don't want to poke around inside the wound too deeply. Besides, when I left this village I never told Noelle I was moving. I didn't have the courage. Got Moo to tell her for me after I'd already gone. Though those two never been that close. Noelle doesn't want to tell me the details of her own departure, that's fine. It would be hypocritical for me to complain. No right to complain. No right at all. So instead I remain silent. I don't say a word. Don't know if I can. And then silence falls over us once more. Oh, okay, this is different. Because we're here in the forest with Noelle. Oh no, it's nothing. No one looks down on the ground, voice tailing away into thin air. Nothing? Yes, nothing. I was just thinking out loud. Tell my head to one side regarding Noelle with concern. Isn't the sort of person who wastes words. Usually she's very frugal with them. Because she took the time and effort to articulate something. Most likely this means that she did have something to say. Must have been something important too, judging by the look on her face. But now it seems as though I'll never know. Noelle turns her back to me, refusing to elaborate further. Instead, she tries to change the subject, gesturing towards the picnic hamper that's lying innocently under the, or innocuously under the tree. It's getting dark. We should pack this up and return home. Oh, we're actually going to return home without getting tied up to a tree. Okay, yay. Home? Yeah, of course. Even as I start helping Noelle clean up, my mind remains elsewhere. What was she going to say? What did she want to tell me? A few moments ago, the expression on her face was so sad, so distant and alone. Maybe she was reaching out for me. maybe she wanted some help. But at the very last second, for some reason, she reconsidered and she drew her hand away. Now it feels as though I'll never know what those unarticulated words were. Perhaps she'll never tell me what she meant. Is it because she doesn't trust me? I wouldn't blame her if it doesn't, or she doesn't. Don't know if I deserve her trust. Well, at least she was in a murdering mood today, so yay. Lying on my futon, staring up at the ceiling. Since I spent a lot of time walking around in the forest, I feel exhausted and my muscles are aching. Legs feel strangely dead, like the stumps of two felled trees, lying uselessly on the ground, thick and heavy. Can't even feel my toes anymore. Really have overexerted myself. Amazing, really. Quickly Noelle can walk through the forest, especially given she's not that athletic. She doesn't often wear shoes. Really does set a fast pace. I, on the other hand, lagged along behind her pathetically, out of breath like an old man. But no, not even the description holds true, because my grandfather is a lot more spry than he looks. He might be even healthier than I am. It really is depressing. I need to toughen up. Let myself get weak. The pain coursing dully through my body isn't the only problem here. There is another issue, one I've been turning around in my mind for a while, about Noelle. Clear that something is wrong, but I have no idea what. Don't know because she won't tell me. Always has been secretive like that. She doesn't open up easily. When she does, it's often only about silly, inconsequential things. Yep, that. I know that she likes, fruit jelly from the convenience store, and I know she has a fondness for rabbits. Yeah, too bad that has changed, especially the poor rabbit in the forest. I know she enjoys sketching, and I know she doesn't like crowded places. But other than that, I don't know very much about her at all. Don't know anything about her life before she moved here. Don't know why she moved either. Don't know why her family decided to move this time, and I don't know how Noelle feels about it. She told me maybe I could help, but she won't talk. There's very little I can do. I don't want to pressure her either. It really does seem like an impossible situation. What should I do? Growing turned in my futon, trying to get comfy. Hard to trick my body into feeling sleepy when my mind is so crammed full with thoughts. I wonder, what am I going to do tomorrow? We phoned my grandparents home around 8 PM, invited me out tomorrow. Said we could go hunting for cicadas in the forest, like when we were kids. Didn't mention anything about Noelle though. I wonder, should I invite Noelle anyway? Spending more time with her would be nice. If I keep at it, I could find out just why she seems so gloomy lately. No sense in just giving up. That never achieves anything. But if I did that, maybe Amu wouldn't like it. I know the two of them don't get along very well. Decisions. I don't know what to do. Again, this isn't anything new. Never do. And back to normal dialogue. Oh, this is different. Okay, well, yeah, we're decided to invite Noelle on our little trip here. Ah-chan, what's she doing here? Oh, she doesn't seem too happy about that. Well, Whimper's clinging even more closely to my side. She is trembling. She really does scared of Amu. Yeah, Amu definitely sounds a bit more pissed than the last time we invited her along. She seemed pretty okay with it before. But I think Amu is a bad person. She's just a bit brash. But that expression on Amu's face right now certainly can't be called pleasant. Thought she might want to come along. Well, there's my friend too. I guess, but Moo frowns. That's what you want, I suppose I don't mind. But you could have told me about it earlier. Thought it was gonna be just me and you. It's very nice changing plans on a whim without asking the other person. Chan? No tugs at my sleeve, hands trembling. I don't think I'm wanted here. Maybe I should just go? No, don't go. What do you to stay? But, Moo. Stop trembling like that. I'm not some kind of monster. Well, I'm sorry. If I'm being rude? That's fine. You don't need to apologize. You're not the one being rude. Hey, what do you mean? I mean, you could try being a bit more polite. I'm not a polite person. I thought you knew that. Sure, I know it. Don't mind how you talk to me. We're good friends. But how you know Noelle? You give her a chance. Say disappointingly, was accompanied with a glare. I don't usually speak to a Moo or anybody really, such a harsh way, but this might be necessary. Don't want a Moo to upset Noelle. Not my last day here. Chan. I even know it's all got through to her. His eyes widen a little, mouth falling open. Guess she isn't used to being scolded, particularly not by me. Was this surprise attack effective? Acting like a child that's been scolded by their parents, Moo begins to scuff the ground with the tip of his sneaker. She frowns. Well, maybe I was a little rude. Oh, and apparently we already read through all this, so time to skip forward. Okay, well, we hadn't tried catching it quickly, so made the net quickly, my heart pounding rapidly in my chest the whole while, and with a tremendous speed not even I can fully comprehend. No way. Actually managed to catch the beetle! Oh my god, we finally did it. We avenged my... we haven't tarnished our reputation this time, and we actually caught the bug! Finally, we have avenged, and we finally won against that damned beetle. So surprised it takes a few moments for this knowledge to sink in. Only when I properly stare at the beetle, encased on all sides of my net, that I realize I won. For once, my nerves didn't get the better of me. I was actually able to do it. Fuck yeah, finally! God, about time we had something good happen to us. Alright. I can't believe it. I saw the Moo soaked from head to toe with muddy water sitting by the side of the river. Ha! Sucker to Moo. Finally, we got our vengeance. Blue soil soaked, clinging to her skin. Pink hair sticks wetly to her forehead and neck. Muddy brown water draining down her forehead at regular intervals. Drip, drip, drip. Victory didn't... I never thought the victory would taste so sweet. We don't have to wear that damn dress this time. Looks distinctly woe begone, but that's not really her fault. Suppose this is just a curious machination of fate. Huh, that's strange. What do you mean strange? I was the one who lost and you didn't? No, not exactly. But that is kinda strange too. It's more... look out towards the river. Water is pale green and seems clear enough from a cursory glance. Didn't think it'd be so filthy in there, that's all. Well, it's easy for you to say that. You weren't the one who had to go in there. Yeah, but you did lose, and you were the one who said having a punishment game would be fun. You glares at me. Some emotion filled with from some kind of indignant self-righteous anger. She uproots a large clump of grass, a hand and throws it into my face. It'd be fun if I win, stupid. I didn't realize you were such a sore loser. I'm not a sore loser. I can lose gracefully, just like a dying swan. Some of you don't like it, so I'm annoyed. That's still called being a sore loser. Shut up. Who puffs out her cheeks, her face bright red? Even though she is acting like a little kid, her indignation is kinda cute. I realized before that Moo is one of those people who can dish out pain, but can't take it. Guess I learned something new today. Other than the fact that Noelle really likes steak beetles. It's not fair. What isn't fair? Like, you won. Caught so many bugs, but you only caught one. Yes, but it isn't the quantity that matters. It's the quality. Noelle's voice is soft and judicious, her head peeking out from over the top of her sketchbook. She's sitting cross-legged, barefoot, her shoes kicked off somewhere unknown. Before her sits the jar that contains my winning stag beetle, and on her lap is her sketchbook. Slowly, methodically, Noelle sketches out a picture of the beetle, pencil held tightly in her pale hand. Tipping her head this way and that, pale hair falling over the shoulder, she ponders, biting her lower lip in thought. Noelle is the picture of calm and tranquility, then Moo is the opposite, covered in dirty water and scowling. But still isn't fair. Some of the insects I caught were really cool. How about that funny looking caterpillar? No frowns. It was quite cool, but I lacked magnificence. Stag beetle is special. Special? How can an insect be special? I don't get it. I don't know. Just think they're cute. Cute? How on earth is a stag beetle cute? I don't know. It's just a question of aesthetics. I think they are very noble and dignified. Very lovely. I didn't think much about the idea of cute. It's totally twisted. No shrugs, a small smile on her face. I think Amelia's being petty. I had to agree with her on this one. I don't entirely understand Noelle's taste either. I always finds weird things cute. Mostly mushrooms, insects, and old junk in the supposed antique stores, except china and dolls with missing limbs. Noelle is an interesting person, right? Can't say I'm complaining though. As long as I don't have to wear a skirt, everything's fine. We had to do that once, definitely don't want to do it again. That's enough for now. Noelle declares this after an hour or so. Sets her sketchbook down on her knee, expression unreadable. Thanks to the warm sunlight, Moo's clothes have finally started to dry off. She no longer looks as bedraggled as she did before. That bitter scowl has gone from her face. Huh. You mean you finished the drawing? Oh, and we've already read through this, so time to skip through all this. Maybe not. Open my mouth, ready to ask Noelle a question, though I'm not entirely sure what, when... That's stupid. Mrs. Sharp almost disappointed at the end of a knitting needle. Jumping along as though I've been jabbed in the side by one, and Noelle does too. Why does she sound so irate? Moo? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just annoyed. But why? Thought up until a few minutes ago we were playing around, having a good time. Why did a mood suddenly change like that? Don't understand a mood sometimes. Maybe it's because I'm a guy? Always saying I'm dim-witted. Or too dim-witted. I can't understand her maidenly heart. Perhaps it's true. But, no, that's no good. I don't like it. Won't accept something like that. And I'm like, oh, I can't relate to your worries because you're not like me is pretty cheap. It's a get-out clause used by lazy people to give them the leeway to stop thinking. Stop trying. Discard the problem of others as something irrelevant, completely unrelated to them. I don't want to do that. Since Amu's my best friend, I can't dismiss her feelings that easily. I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong? Amu sighs. No, you didn't do anything wrong. I just don't like what you said. What did I say? That's right, I don't like it when people say things are impossible. Nothing's impossible. But, no, you say something's impossible is the moment you stop trying. Guess that's fine. It's fine to not try. It is unfair. It's like you have a right to be all depressed about it. The only one here with a problem is you. It had nothing to do with me. It really was harsh. Didn't know Amu could talk using that tone of voice. Sounds like a completely different person. Strict parent or an angry teacher. Want people to relate to you, you can't just sit there silently hoping that someone will come along to save the day. You're not a princess in a fairy tale, you're not being guarded by a dragon. Don't tell people how you feel, they'll never know, so don't blame them for that. Just need to communicate more. Try a little harder. Talk. What's so impossible about that? Well quills under the intensity of Moo's words. He slowly drains of colour. Moo's gripped the sides of her sketchbook tightly. Perhaps searching for some kind of solid reassurance. I can't understand why. If I was being spoken to like that, I'd feel exactly the same way. Moo, I think you're being too mean. I am? Yeah. I think Noelle likes it. I don't like it, she can tell me that herself. Not your duty to speak for her. Now Moo's turning on me too. I think you're doing her some good, but you aren't. You speak on behalf of others, it'll just make it harder for them to find their own voice. People face challenges, they need to be able to overcome them on their own. Know you mean well, but I think you're the one who isn't helping. Maybe that's true, but I don't know what Noelle wants, because she never tells me. So maybe I don't have a right to speak for her. Am I being insensitive? But Moo doesn't know what Noelle wants either. Moo knows Noelle even less than I do. Isn't she just applying her own system of belief onto somebody else? Isn't that narrow-minded? Why is she acting so righteous? I feel like I should say something, but it's okay. I understand what Amu means. You do? Yeah. These worries are my own. I need to work through them by myself. Probably shouldn't involve others. Why does she sound so defeated? Hey, Noelle, I don't mind, you know. You want to talk about something, you can talk about it. I know, but can't really find the words to express these things. I'm fine, really. Moo has a point. Moo smiles, though her expression is weak, like orange squash mixed with too much water. Fingers gripping the sides of her sketchbook, trembling. I need to try harder. Oh, and we're back in the classroom again, and we're gonna skip past all of that. Oh, and yeah, well, this will obviously be different because we haven't become a thing with Amu in this route. Have you been having a good time with Noelle? It's fairly light and yet feels like a trick question, like asking what a whole string of numbers multiplied together are, sneakily slipping in a zero without the other person noticing. Of course the answer to that would be 0, but you'd only know that if you were paying close enough attention. Is Amu going to play some kind of prank on me? Yeah, I having a good time. Oh, that's nice. I'm happy for you. But you really missed her. She is your best friend, after all, isn't she? She's very important to me, but... no. I guess it's about time we finally got you to come and kill me. More important than me. I was catching my throat. Moo isn't smiling anymore. There's no way you could call that unpleasant expression a smile. Moo? Once again, really close like this actually makes me incredibly uncomfortable. Moo takes a step towards me, and she takes another, and another. Slowly. Very slowly. Footsteps echo throughout the otherwise empty classroom, floorboards creaking in protest. The only noise I can hear, other than the beating of my own heart. Where are the cicadas? Shouldn't they be chirping too? For some reason I can't hear them. Constant comforting chirp has been drowned out by the blood-pounding dolly inside my own head. Chan really did try, you know. I tried to be a good friend. I tried my best. Really, really did. But body trembles. Even though it's been 2 years, even after all this time, I thought you'd be glad to see me. Thought you'd want to see me. But this whole time, you've only ever been talking about Noelle. And though I wanted to spend time together with you, just the two of us, I still invited her along anyway. You invited her. You never asked me if it was okay. Did that really bother her so much? I had no idea. Being cast aside by someone who you care about doesn't feel good, you know. It doesn't feel good at all. Moo, I try to speak, but I can't. Words fail me. They always do whenever I really need them. Chan, why do you like her more than me? What did I do wrong? It's not like that. I like her more. It's just... Then what? What is it? I don't know what to say. Moo's right. This whole time I was only ever thinking about Noelle. Because Moo's strong. She has always been the best at climbing trees, at skipping stones, at jumping rivers, catching bugs, at playing sports. For the duration of our friendship, I've always been 2, 3, 4 steps behind her, trailing behind the dust. Whenever I fell over and scuffed my knees, Moo gave me a piggyback home. I got scared of wild dogs when we went for a walk. Moo chased them away with a stick. I couldn't climb a tree, and Moo offered me a hand. During the summer festival, when we were the kids, Moo scooped up all those goldfish for me. I couldn't catch a single one. She gave me this cute, fluffy teddy bear that she won from a stall. Whatever happened to that bear, anyway? I don't know. Don't remember. Like the other gestures of kindness Moo shown me over the years, gradually forgot about it. This whole time, I've only been thinking about Noelle. No, isn't true either. I wasn't thinking about Noelle. I'm thinking about myself. About my guilt. Could it be that the only reason I wanted to see Noelle so I could atone for my mistakes? I could feel better about myself? Is that really it? Why am I so selfish? And how have I not realized it until now? Remember one time when I was little, my dad shouted at me. Dad doesn't shout often. No, he has such a booming voice. I don't think he does it on purpose. Sounds like somebody else's dad we know. Just a loud person, and maybe he's going a little deaf in his old age. That's what my mother tells me whenever I get annoyed at him. Don't be mad at Moo, dear. It's not his fault. His just get clogged up easily. Yeah, that's gross. Oh, okay, we're actually talking about Moo's dad. Okay. Maybe so. I guess I should clean them out more, shouldn't I? That is the duty of the wife, isn't it? I'm sure you love something else cleaned out, I'm sure. Don't talk about something so disgusting, it'll make me sick. Now, when you get married, you might end up doing that someday, too. A sign of affection, you know. That's how our conversations usually go. One time, my dad really did shout at me. Never seen him so angry before. I think I was about 5 or 6. Not that old. Yet, to this day, I can still remember every single word he said. You should eat your food, Moo. I worked hard to make it. I'm not hungry. And if you're not hungry, you should still eat up and be thankful. I don't care. Well now, what did you say? Dad looks at me, his eyes narrowed. He's angry. I can tell he's getting angry. Doesn't get mad much. Usually when I've been rude to Mom. Says it's bad etiquette to be rude to women, especially if that woman is his wife. I don't really get it. I'm his daughter, so if he shouts at me, isn't that also being rude? A girl too. Doesn't matter. Right now, I don't care. Don't care what he says. He's just stupid. Doesn't understand how I feel. I said I don't care. Is that any way to treat your mother? Or did she make this dessert just for you? Didn't bring out my only daughter to be so rude. Well, I tries to intervene, resting a hand on my dad's shoulder. Dear, it's alright. If Moo's sick, then no, it isn't alright. Love her Moo, but if she's being rude, then it's my job to scold her. It isn't fitting behavior for a young lady. Young lady this, young lady that. Why does it matter that I'm a young lady? Why should it make any difference to how I behave? It doesn't matter. I don't care. Shut up, Dad. You're stupid. You don't understand. You don't know how I feel. So you should just shut up. I hate you. Now you look here. Dad stands up with his hands clenched into fists. I get worried he might hit me, even though he's never done that before. I never told him that I hate him before, either. Dear, please calm down. I rest a hand on Dad's shoulder. A gentle voice seems to bring him back to his senses. Gently brings his behind back down to his chair. Now then, facing me, see the expression on her face. Smile makes me feel calmer, just a little. What do you mean, honey? Did something bad happen at school? Well, didn't you have that music test today? Is it about that? Yeah, we had a test and I like the music most and I wanted to do well. I sniffle, but I don't cry. Able to stop myself. I hate crying. I try is the crybaby, but I'm not. I'm strong and reliable, fine just the way I am. But if I'm just fine, then how did I mess up so badly at something I cared about? How did that happen? Not fair. I don't get it. Moo, what is it? What's the matter? Once more, my dad's gone out of his chair. Doesn't sound angry this time, though. Sounds concerned. No, he always talks about treating women nicely. He's no good at all when Mum and I get upset. Just flaps his arms around and makes faces like a fish. Stupid Dad. Stupid. He doesn't get it. He won't get it. How could he understand? But even though he's stupid, he's still my dad. I tell him maybe he'll make it better again. Is it possible to put a bandage around Bruce's feelings? I don't know. Hope so. He's my dad, and he's big and tall, so I'm sure he can do it. That's what he always says anyway. Well, I wanted to do well on my music test, but I couldn't. I just messed up and made mistakes, even though I tried my best. Oh, is that all? Huh? Look at my dad, eyes red, peeking out through cracks between my fingers. Doesn't say a word. I don't either. Did I do something wrong? Why isn't he giving me a hug, pat me on the head, trying to comfort me? I'm upset. Doesn't he realize I'm upset? Isn't it his job to comfort me? He does it badly. Can I fire him? Why does he look so mad? Daddy? What did I do wrong? Oh, nothing. Didn't do anything. Then that's precisely my point. Huh? I know you, Yomu. You're my daughter, and I know what you're like. What do you mean? I mean, I can tell when you're lying. That's plain as day. Didn't study for your test at all, did you? No, that isn't true. Try my hardest at school. Always try my best. Don't lie to me, Missy. Huh? I'm not lying, You are. Don't do it. Don't be coming for a lady. But Moo, listen to your father. He's right. It's wrong to lie. But I'm not lying. I really did try my best. I always do. Practice the recorder really, really hard. Don't call me a liar when I'm not. You're all lying, saying I'm a liar. Draws a breath, closing his eyes. He was counting to 10 in his head, trying to calm down. Miss Takebana told me to do that when I feel angry, so maybe Dad does it too. I get angry when people use the swings before I can, when we have to study something boring in class. That makes sense. No one to get angry at those things. But why is Dad angry? Didn't steal the swing from him. Not saying anything boring, so why? I don't get it. Doesn't make any sense. Moo. Yes? Dad breathes in once more. Face is red. Eyebrows are furrowed together on his forehead like two bushy caterpillars, come to greet one another. Other times, that would probably make me laugh. Right now, I can't. Silence. It's very heavy. I tremble. Dad opens his mouth. Then he shouts. He shouts at me. Shouts so loud it makes me jump. Window panes shake. My eardrums feel like they're going to burst. Don't act like a brat, you hear? I don't want any daughter of mine behaving in such a selfish, spoiled way. Daddy, It's your fault, miss. Yours. So don't blame your mother for something like this. Pig ignorant, you hear? Daddy, I did try, I did. No, you didn't. Didn't try at all, so of course you failed. What else did you expect? But Don't interrupt, Moo. I'm trying to tell you something important. Sniffle, wiping my eyes with my hands. Eyes are damp. Could it be... Am I... crying? No way. It's impossible. I don't cry. Yugasaki Moo never cries. I must have something in my eye. Moo. Dad pauses. Sighs. I'm sorry I shouted at you, honey. Some things need to be made clear so you can understand. So you can become a proper adult. Don't mind if you don't try. Don't mind if you don't do so well. Always love you no matter what you do or what grades you get. Not like I was the best at school myself. I was always messing around and it worked out alright for me. Moo. If you don't want to fail, then you really should try. Nobody can do it for you but yourself. Blaming other people for your own failures is wrong, too. You can't own up to your own mistakes and you'll never be able to improve. You want to do well, then try. Don't care, don't bother. But I know you. I know you're stubborn, so... My dad smiles. One large calloused hand, he ruffles my hair. Ow. I wince. You know he's trying to comfort me. It hurts. He's way too strong. What a stupid dad. He is so stupid. At the same time, I know what he means. At least, I think I do. Don't like it, then you'll just need to try harder next time. Yikes. Yeah, that got uncomfortable. Man, just... God, I fucking hate adults like that. Yeah. You think their kid is lying about shit like that? Don't believe them, even though they end up being the ones telling the truth, and just, yeah. Dad taught me an important lesson that day. Failed that test because I didn't try. God, I wanna fucking... He's wrong. She knows she fucking tried, and he had no basis to tell her. He had no evidence to say that she wasn't fucking trying. Sometimes you try your best. You do everything you can do right. Like, you study, you practice all you want. Just sometimes it doesn't work out. It happens. It's life. Life is not fucking fair, but doesn't mean you didn't fucking try. Yet, even though it was all my fault, which it fucking wasn't, I still got upset and angry, but had no right to. I mean, you had every right to. Your father, on the other hand, didn't. Especially to a 5 and or 6-year-old. If I wanted to do well on a test, I should have tried harder. Everything in this world comes down to hard work. No, it doesn't. You can try as hard as you fucking want, and sometimes life will just throw you a fucking curveball and fuck you over. Even if you had the best... if you had best interest at heart, it just... Yeah. Everything in this world, if you want a good result, you can't give up. You need to do your best, and you need to do it on your own. Also, not fucking true. It's okay to ask for help if you're struggling on something. It's something I've always tried to do, even when it got difficult, even when it hurt. Try to support you, you know. Tried so hard, because you were my best friend, my most important friend, because more than anybody else, I loved you. I really did love you, and yet, even though I knew you didn't like me, I tried my best. Tried so hard not to be sad, not to be petty, not to be jealous. Try to be cheerful and upbeat, cool and breezy. Fun person to hang out with. A nice person. Told you to say goodbye to Noelle. Told you to write her letters. Told you to take care of her. But that doesn't mean I like her. Did you really think this whole time I was actually okay with you two being close? What are you, stupid? You really are dense. Don't understand how I feel at all, do you? Why is it that I like somebody this stupid? It hurts so much. Maybe I'm the real idiot here. I blink. My lids flutter open. Merely a school classroom bathed in the evening light rushes up to meet me. It's all too quick, too sudden. Catches me off guard, making me stagger. Feel nauseous. Moo? Don't talk to me. Moo, stay away. Leave me alone. Turn my hands against your shoulders, pushing you away as hard as I can. Totter in surprise, eyes open wide. Takes you a few moments to regain your composure. Even then, you don't stop. You can't stop. That kind of person, aren't you? Nosy. You've always been nosy. Why can't you understand how I feel? Anything happens, it won't be my fault. Not my fault. Tried so hard for so long. I just... Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to listen. I don't want to hear it. I had to block it out. Can't listen to your apologies. I don't want them. Don't need them. They won't change anything, so what's the point? But I really am... Shut up. Go away. Just disappear. I shout. Eyes narrow, hands balled in fists. Shout at you like I've never done before. Just like my dad shouted at me. When my dad shouted at me, some spit flew out of his mouth and landed on my cheek. It was hot and wet, sticky and gross. Made me feel ill. Do I make you feel ill too? That why you're pulling that face? Leave me alone. I'm tired, okay? Tired and happy, and it hurts. I don't want to see your face anymore. Think I'm strong? Maybe I am. Think I'm stronger than you at any rate. But everybody has a limit. Everybody has a point. But I can't keep trying. And I think I've reached mine. Did you know, loving somebody this much who will never love you back really does hurt? When somebody isn't like playing a recorder, isn't like playing baseball, it isn't like learning the guitar either. Trying those, you'll probably succeed, even if it takes years and years to truly get good at them. But with love, doesn't matter how hard you try, efforts may never be rewarded. Somebody doesn't like you, what can you do? Brute force can never make somebody fall in love with you. It only turns people away. All I can do is accept it. I need to accept this, but I've been trying so hard for so long. It hurts. Please don't expect too much from me. I can't smile all the time. Fuck me, man. Ugh. That was a fucking depressing one. Jesus Christ. God. I don't know how to feel after that one. But she's actually kind of right about loving people. No matter how hard you try to get the other person to like you, they don't like you back. It's just how it's gonna be. Man. Well, at least it didn't end with anyone dying. But, man, did everybody's feelings get fucking hurt, though. And, yeah. I still got more endings to do. Let's continue on, I guess. Can we just go back to the killing ones? At least they don't hurt me emotionally. God damn. Yeah, thanks for making such a depressing game. haven't done this option yet, but yeah, not worry about Noelle so much. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't worry so much. That's right. You should have more faith in your friends. I suppose. Yeah, some things people need to work out on their own. And Noelle is quite a secretive person, so... You mean if I tried to help her, I'd just get in the way? And then, we would get mad at us, and then we'd get all depressed. I don't know. Maybe. Not really my place to say. Guess I was just looking at things from my point of view. I know if I was in the same situation as what I think. But you've never been in that situation. You're a strong person. You really think so? Of course. Stronger than I am. Well, it isn't hard being stronger than you think. All you need is a very angry parent, apparently. Hey, that was unnecessary. You didn't need to hit me. Sorry. If you're still worried, there's no need to be, you know. I know. You really are being silly, Action. I think if you really want to talk to Noelle, you should just go do it. Really? Of course. Okay, and then we've already read through this, so back to skipping through all these options again. Okay, now we're back to here, and for once Hamu is not angry, so yeah, we actually get to answer this time, and we are going to answer, doesn't that mean you're lonely? Lonely? Yeah, maybe a little. Why do you think I'm lonely, Action? Why? It's just the impression I got from hearing you talk. Maybe I'm wrong or not understanding it properly, so I'm sorry. Not honest after all. No, you're really not. You were always terrible in art class. I know. Remember we were making paper mache sculptures and you'd been biting the skin around your nails? You got all the glue into your cuts and made you cry. Yes, I know that. Hurt a lot, so I wouldn't forget it in a hurry. Don't need to remind me. Oh? Did something like that happen? Yeah, it did. Happened before you transferred here. Felt my face turning pale. It wasn't very much fun. After that incident, I always dreaded going into art class. I thought it was funny. That's because you're a horrible person. There's so many painful childhood memories. I sold each one for 50 yen, I'd probably end up rolling in money. However, my tragic history wasn't meant to be the centerpiece of this conversation, was it? Thought we were meant to be talking about Noelle. I want to talk about her. I want to try and understand her. I still think it sounds sad. Why? Because the idea that maybe you draw to communicate with others, but you still can't get your ideas across. I don't know, that's kind of... Doesn't it make you feel isolated? Like nobody can understand you? Yes, it can be lonely sometimes. But that isn't because I like to draw. That doesn't make me lonely. What does then? I think it is more to do with the fact that I am a human. I can only live inside my own head. No matter how hard I try, how hard anybody tries, it may be impossible to fully understand others, and to help them understand you. Huh, that's so gloomy. Thinking like that wouldn't be fun at all. No, it isn't. And just don't think like that. Yes, easy for you to say. If it was that easy, we wouldn't be here, would we? What? Just don't do it. Thinking something makes you unhappy, then don't think it. I don't know if that's possible for me. Of course it is. Just need a little training. Moo grins, maybe one finger in the air. Though she's a teacher giving a lecture on philosophy, continues to her spiel. If you have a bad attitude, then the way you view your life will be gloomy and grey. If you think things like, nobody can understand me, so I can never get close to anyone, then you'll never be able to make friends. Can't have a defeatist attitude in life. Gotta keep going forwards, no matter how many times you get knocked back, and keep trying to reach out to people. Push through the bad times and get rid of the bad thoughts. Pretty soon you'll find out the world isn't as gloomy as you think. And there are lots of interesting colours instead of just grey. Interesting colours? That's right. Are those eyes white? Drexel gazed downwards, staring down at her drawing in her sketchbook. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough? I don't know. It's confusing. Well, that's just what I think. Don't have to agree with it. We lost awkwardly. Me, it's more like I have to think that. Otherwise, I get so tired living in this little village in the middle of nowhere. Start tearing out my own hair out. And I like my hair. I don't want to ruin it over something so silly. No, it's interesting. This Noelle offers a small, hesitant smile. May not seem like much, but coming from a reserved girl like Noelle, a tiny smile like this is worth more than any diamond. Thank you. I will try. And we are back in the classroom. Oh, something different? Eh? Maybe it's because I'm getting old. I don't know. Moose shrugs. It's just something silly I was worrying about. That's all. You worry? Thought the amazing Yugasaki and Moo never worried. Not most of the time, no. Seems so pointless. But occasionally, sometimes even I get anxious, you know? And what were you worried about? Well, it's a little embarrassing. We last, directing her gaze down towards the ground. I was just thinking, even though the time we spent together is still so important to me, maybe it isn't the same for you. Since you're going to a new school in the big old city now, you're caught up in your shiny, new, exciting life, kind of scared. Scared? But you're never scared. Weren't even afraid of those wild dogs. You flatter me. They were just dumb mutts. Ain't afraid of dogs. Rather I didn't think I was explaining it right, but I just thought maybe you start to forget about the small things in the village, like the sound of the cicadas, or how the air smells, or where you used to sit in class. And then, after that, you start to forget bigger and bigger things. And then I thought, maybe you might even start to forget me. I wouldn't forget. Memory isn't that bad. I know, but not simply a case of bad memory. Over time, people grow up, see new things, and they start to forget old stuff. Happens slowly, so slowly you might not even realize it. But is that really okay? It's scary. You don't realize that you started to forget. How can you make yourself remember? I understand what she's saying. Even though I was trying to forget the details of my life here, I was so convinced I never would. Never really I did. I was so busy getting accustomed to my new life, I didn't have much time to think about my old one. By the time I'd finally settled in, I was too caught up in my new routine to keep living in the past. And so, although it wasn't intentional, I started to forget. A lot of time had already set in, eating into my memories one by one. I guess you're right. Even though I didn't mean to, I really did forget. Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't want to be stuck here in this crappy little village while you go off and forget about me. I don't think I could stand that. I don't want you to forget. It was starting to seem like our time together wasn't real. Moon pauses. I just thought if I took you to some of the familiar places we used to go, then maybe it'd help you remember. Then maybe you wouldn't forget. Now happy memories would be safe. Wouldn't have to disappear. Hey, it's okay. Sunlight streams through the window. Moo's hair glows a shimmering pink halo around her head. Green eyes shine like shards of broken glass. I think I'll probably keep forgetting some small things. That's inevitable. But there are some things I won't forget too. Like what? Like, what a fun time I spent with you. Chan. I can forget the sound the cicadas make, the smell of the air, the way I used to sit in class. I can even forget just how hard it is to cycle everywhere. You really did look stupid when you went to visit me the other day. I'm well aware, but that's alright. I don't mind forgetting things like that. That's fine. That's because most important memories never fade away, no matter how much time passes. I wonder, do I sound kinda cool spouting these Fox heroic lines? Do I just sound like a dork? Or both? But no matter what I sound like, it's all true. Every single word. I want Moo to know how much I care about her. I need her to know. Me? Forget about Moo? That's impossible. But easier for me to forget how to breathe. I really do treasure this time I spent with you, you know. You're my precious friend. Moon looks at me. She blinks. Once, twice. Very slowly. Silence. And then, slowly, a smile spreads across Moon's face. And she starts to laugh. Chan, sometimes you really are corny. Okay, dork it is then. Okay, and then for this one we are going to ask about the painting this time. Hey, well, kinda curious about this. Even though it's not finished, I'm sure it'll look good, so would you let me take a quick look? Will frowns. Dropping her gaze downwards, she stares resolutely at the floor. Hair falls in front of her eyes, obscuring her face. Well, if you want to, I suppose. Although she relents, she does so hesitantly. Shoulders are shaking. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. Maybe I shouldn't have asked, but at the same time, I can't help but hope. Maybe this painting really will help. Maybe I'll be able to understand. Will gestures to a corner of the storage room. Eyes follow her hand searching in the darkness. It doesn't take me long to locate it. There, propped up against the wall, is Noelle's painting. First thing that catches my attention is just how large it is. The canvas is huge, around half the height of Noelle herself, and just as wide. No wonder this picture has been taking so long to paint, given how ambitious the project it is. The size of the canvas isn't the only unusual thing though. Painting itself is too. It really is hard to understand. Something I can't put into words. Seeing it takes my breath away. But not in the way of surveying a beautiful sky or a clear blue sea can. Staring at this painting is almost stifling. My eyes are being sucked into a swamp. How to tear my gaze away? Even though I can't make out individual shapes or a single subject matter, it still makes me uneasy. The composition of the painting is dark, almost entirely black and red. Black painting was applied to the canvas over and over. Great amounts of pressure, leaving layered swirls and thick blotches. Some places I can see the whiteboard peeking through very thin layers of paint. In others, the paint is heaped on almost an inch thick. Paint curves in on itself, a multitude of spirals, dark red spirals, over and over again. There are some shades of brown too, indistinguishable brown shapes that are perhaps people or animals. It's hard to say for sure. Looks like a scene from hell. If painting could talk, I'm sure it'd be screaming in pain. Looking at it makes me feel ill. Imagine Noelle was sitting at the canvas in the classroom, painting thick red spirals over and over again. Arm gets tired and her fingers are stained with paint, but still she keeps going. She doesn't stop. She can't stop. Why not? It's clear from the frenzy of the strokes that she put a lot of effort into this. All of her heart and soul, all thoughts and feelings. Yeah, a lot of that spilled it over into the real life, and fortunately she has painted me red a few times, but with my own blood. He poured them all into this painting. Every last bit of herself has been thrown in here, but I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, so it's just as creepy as I remembered it. This awkward laughter jolts me out of my reverie. I'm glad that it did, otherwise I might have remained frozen in this spot, unable to move. Yeah, sure is peculiar. Don't know how to arrange my face. Try to smile, but the shock of seeing that painting has skewed my expression so it looks unnatural. Miss Takibana said it was really good though. Said it was a modern masterpiece or something. She always gets so enthusiastic about your art, Noelle. Oh, it's not a masterpiece. Nowhere near. I don't think it's very good, even. But the teacher loves it. Keeps saying you should submit it to a gallery, doesn't she? I don't know about that. I don't think that I'd like such a thing. It'd be embarrassing. Embarrassing? How could you be embarrassed about something you worked hard on? I mean, I think this picture is pretty cool, and I don't know the first thing about art. Or the second, or the third, or the fourth thing either. Well, painting is personal. I don't know if I would want anyone else to see it. I was painting how I feel, after all. How you feel? I don't know if I get it. It's alright. You don't need to understand. Not sure if I do entirely either. That's why it keeps changing. That's probably why I can't finish it. Could this really be a painting of the interior landscape in Noelle's mind? That black abyss, those red paint swirls, those thick, desolate splotches. And the contents of her head are that troubling. Maybe I should never have asked to see them to begin with. If I hadn't asked, then I wouldn't know. I didn't know, then I could content myself with the thought that Noelle is a happy person, cheerful one, and I wouldn't need to worry about her well-being. But in that case, you're kind of being a shit friend, because you should be concerned about your friend, whether they seem happy all the time or not, because sometimes people like her do need an extra hand and help from those she believes are people that she can rely on and trust, so. But that'd be believing in a lie, or else a convenient truth. That isn't what real friendship is based on. I want to understand her, then should try to understand this painting, even if Noelle doesn't understand it herself. What about the brown parts? They don't look like the rest of the picture. They're not as abstract. this isn't strictly true. They are abstract. I have no idea what they're meant to represent. But amidst all the chaos of those red spirals, they stand out. Sure, these have some important meaning. They must have. Looking more closely, swatches really do look different from the rest of the piece. Don't think they're painted over as many times as the other parts of the picture. Those are the only details Nora's happy with? Then that would mean these details represent Nora's most consistent thoughts. Things she thinks about most, maybe. What could they be? Noelle looks at me. Expression is blank. Her eyes unfixed. She confides. Rabbits. They're meant to be rabbits. They don't look like rabbits to me. Why rabbits? Because I like rabbits. I think they're cute. And times you've wanted to see their insides as well, so... Three of us return to the classroom. Noelle sits down at a desk, looking down at her feet. Doesn't look sad, exactly. Rather, she looks vacant. Her eyes are blank and staring, completely devoid of life. Hey, are you alright? Noelle doesn't reply verbally. Instead, she nods, briefest of brief moments. I'm not convinced. I hope her doubts don't sound too pushy, but a little worried. Seems so quiet. I'm a quiet person. I know that, but you seem even quieter than usual. Especially after I saw the painting. It was personal. Nothing wrong, just a bit embarrassed. Embarrassed? Yes. Like you see me naked or something. I can assure you that I haven't. I know, but I think I would mind that less. You see naked would not bother me. Saying something so unexpected in such a deadpan way. Of course I can't help but blush. What a bold, unexpected statement from Noelle. At least the mood looks impressed. Can't quite bring myself to act that cheery, though. Total that painting stops me. It's haunting. What do you mean you would prefer it? You're making me feel like I've done something wrong. It wasn't wrong. I'm just troubled. Didn't want to show you an unfinished picture. Oh, is that all? I nod. Don't worry about it. I couldn't tell it was unfinished, really. But I could. Looked bad, didn't it? Doesn't look bad. Not bad at all. But you didn't react favorably. You and Amu. Both seem so confused. He sighs. That's something to be expected. It is a confusing painting. Well, you said yourself that you don't know what you're trying to express. So if you don't know, I don't know if I can understand it either. That is a fair criticism. I'm bad at expressing myself. I always have been. I want people to understand how I feel, but I don't know how to tell them. Words are too uncertain, and not just not clear enough. So you tried to paint it? Yes, I tried. But I failed. I don't think it's fair. I haven't finished it yet, so how can you say it's a failure? That's right. You can't give up, Noelle. Amu, you lose when you give up. You're dissatisfied with what you got, you need to just try even harder. I would like to believe that, but sometimes trying doesn't help. Sometimes you can't change anything, no matter how hard you try. That might be true. Things don't always go according to plan. That's right. But you have to keep telling yourself that they will. What? But why? Because sometimes having hope is all you can do. But if you have hope in something that would never happen. Wouldn't that only make you sadder? Maybe, but who giggles? Even if you're in a rotten situation, you need to keep telling yourself it'll get better. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not until a long, long time in the future. Maybe you can't do anything to change it, but you have to believe that it will eventually. You need to have hope. Otherwise, you'll get so depressed you won't be able to get out of bed in the morning. But what if it's too late? What if I already don't want to get out of bed in the morning? Well, you don't have to do everything alone. That's what friends are for, right? To cheer you on. If you're sad, you can reach out to people. Trouble shared is a trouble halved. Will shakes her head. No, shared troubles, you'll only burden more people. It's selfish. I don't want to upset anyone. Personally, I think it might be even more selfish to keep your worries to yourself and not trust anyone. Point that would makes people worry about you. Am I selfish? I don't want to be a bad person. Yeah, about that. I mean, if we're having nice moments like this, I'm fine with it, but all the other times you tried to kill me... Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I'm going to hope for a happy ending. I don't think you're a bad person. I'm just worried about you. I want to try and understand why you feel sad. But I pause. Even if I told you, you wouldn't be able to change it. It's not something you can change, so there's no point talking about it. But if you really think there is no point, why did you paint that picture in the first place? Because I thought you painted to communicate with others. Because you want to show them what you think. If you don't think there's any point in reaching out to people, then why bother painting at all? Don't feel good saying these words. More than anything, you feel like a hypocrite. How dare I abandon Noelle because I was too nervous to talk to her. Not sure about her issues with communication. I really have no right at all. I'm a coward who runs away from my own problems. I'm the worst kind of person. But even though I'm this pathetic, I still care about Noelle. Even if I have no right to say these things, maybe I have to. Somebody does. I'm doing it because I care about her. If I remain silent solely because of my own guilt, I don't think I'd be acting like a very good friend. You're right. I paint that because I want somebody to understand. I think... You think? I don't know. I'm tired. Tired of living inside my own mind. Even I want to confide in others sometimes. Then you'll tell us? Will you tell me, please? I want to know. I will do my best. Do not wish to be selfish after all. And yet, what I say will probably upset you. No, I don't want to upset me. How? Just wait and listen. Every night before I go to bed, there's a mantra I say to myself under my breath. It might sound silly and it might sound foolish, but that's how I get myself through the day, telling myself the next day for sure will be the day I finally receive a letter. Oof. Although it didn't arrive today, tomorrow I'm sure it will be waiting for me, sitting on the doorstep. Envelope with my name written on it. To Noelle. In the morning, wake up with new hope budding inside my chest. Get out of bed, have a shower, brush my teeth, comb my hair and get dressed. all the while wishing, praying, believing deep inside my heart that this will be the day, the fated day. Go downstairs slowly, heart pounding a little too loud, a little too fast, thumping painfully with every single step. It'll be today. It has to be today. Thought about this moment for so long, and yet as I walk down those stairs, my excitement starts to fade. Reality begins to set in, digging itself into my heart once more. Don't you think you should stop with these childish delusions? Don't you think you should just wake up? Don't you think you should open your eyes? Look at the floor. Look at the reality. There's no letter there. There will never be any letter. It doesn't care about you anymore. Ooh, you got another letter. What does it say? What does it say? How's life in the city? Do they have a movie theater there? Or an arcade? Has he schooled with any hot city chicks? Trust you say that, Tucker. What? I heard girls in the city, then not like our girls in the country, you know. And they were cool and confident and had massive tits and... Ew, don't say something like that. That's dirty. Action wouldn't do something like that. Don't try to live your perverted fantasies out through him. That's right. Action is a cute and delicate flower. Let us say as much. You want me to read it out? Yes. Sitting at my desk, resting my hand in my hands, I stare out the window. It's a gloomy day, and the sky is downcast. Maybe it will rain soon. If it does, I wouldn't mind. That would suit my mood perfectly. My eyes are unfixed, not sure what I'm looking at. These clouds, maybe? I wonder if I can find any interesting shapes in them. That one looks kind of like a toadstool. That's kind of nice. I like toadstools. Not many people do, but I do. I think they look cute, but I still can't drown them out. Or that noise. School's supposed to start in 5 minutes, but I'm the only one sitting at my desk. The rest of the classes crowd around and move eagerly, even the smallest students, who are too young to really care about what she's talking about. I guess they don't want to be left out. Nobody wants to be left out. Moo's holding a letter from you. It's your handwriting, your words, your thoughts, your feelings, all of them written on those flimsy pieces of paper held in Moo's hands. To me, they would be more precious than anything else in the world. Yet, that girl, she treats them carelessly, showing up to everyone without a scrap of modesty, reads them out every single time she receives them. Because she likes being in the center of attention, likes acting like some kind of authority on the city, even though she's never even been there herself. How could she do something so unpleasant? Just using letters to show off, to boast, to make herself popular. Doesn't really care about you. Doesn't care about you the same way I do. So, why? Why do you write to her but not me? You write to me, I treasure each and every single word. I wouldn't flaunt them like this. I won't put those letters in a box under my bed and keep them only to myself. I'll treat them with respect. I'll treat them with care. I would. I really, truly would. But it doesn't matter what I would do. It doesn't matter at all. The person you write to is never me. We had to hold it together at school, but at night, it's much harder. To lie in bed, nobody else can see me. Finally, I let my feelings leak out, one by one. Cheeks are wet. My eyes are red and puffy. I had to bury my head in my pillow, worried that my sobs will wake my parents. I don't want to cause them trouble. Enough of a burden already. It's not my fault we moved here, even though they didn't want to. Done so much for me, but I can never seem to repay them. Must be because I'm selfish. It's because I can only think about myself. Can't let them... Can at least give them this little bit of consideration. And not wake them up with my stupid self-indulgent sobbing. How many times have I cried myself to sleep? I don't remember. At this point I have lost count. Yet I know, as I drift off to sleep, be exactly the same tomorrow. Convince myself that today's the day that you'll send me a letter. Force myself to believe it, just so I can get out of bed in the morning. And inevitably, when I come down the stairs, this naive hopes will be shattered anew. Every single day, I wake up only to be disappointed. In that case, what's the point in waking up? I really am an idiot. And that sucks. It honestly kind of sucks that I kind of know what she's talking about too. Having friends, but not having them choose you. Always choosing the other people in your friend group over you all the time. Never having that special someone who would always pick you, and still feeling lonely in a group of people. And just, yeah, it sucks feeling like that. Especially when you're around people who supposedly are supposed to be your best friends. Anyway, Noelle looks over her shoulder at me. Her eyes are wet. Light blue irises are misted over with moisture. Long lashes stuck together spickily. Cheeks are light pink, a stark contrast to the rest of her pale skin. She's crying. Because of me. I drove her to this. Me. It's all my fault. I start to gabble, desperate to comfort her, to calm her down. Don't want to see Noelle cry. I would never ever want to see that. Just looking at her face is breaking my heart. No, that isn't it at all. Don't think you're bad. Don't think you're selfish. I just didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you. Because I was a coward. It really wasn't your fault. Noelle sniffles, wiping her eyes with the back of her hand. Her eyes are all swollen. Looks painful. Though her cheeks are still wet, face twitching slightly with grief, she offers me a small, shy smile. How could she still smile at me like that, even though I treated her so badly? I don't understand. I don't deserve that smile at all. I guess I was being paranoid. I know you're not a liar, Action. I do trust you. I do. That's the truth. Yeah, not a liar. Said I'm just a loser. Noel giggles softly. He gulps between a laugh, punctuating it only so it sounds like a sob. At least it's something. Maybe just a little bit. But I like that. Huh? Why? Akchan wouldn't be Akchan if he wasn't a loser. Oh. And here's a mood to ruin the mood. It's true, God damn it, why do you guys have to... Even in a fucking bad mood, you guys still have to fucking pick on me, don't you? God damn it. We were having a moment. God damn it. Akchan really is the most rotten of all. Where did you come from? Silly Akchan, I was here all along. Take that! Magical Hammer of Justice. It's the Magical Hammer of Justice, better known to us mere mortals as Jigasaki Amu. Ready in pain, I tried to swallow Amu away from me. What's so magical about pinching my cheeks? It's the heart. It's all about the heart, Akchan. But it hurts. It's supposed to. It's your punishment. Your punishment for upsetting Noel. You're the last person who should give out punishment, you demon. Don't talk back to me, Akchan. I did tell you to say goodbye to Noel, you know. I did. But you didn't listen to me. You're so uncool. So uncool, you're chili sauce. Well, I like chili sauce, so. If you were a main character in a romance manga, you'd rank right at the bottom in popularity. Well, I mean, this is sort of a romance visual novel. If you're into being murdered by a yandere girlfriend. I know there's probably people out there that are into that sort of thing. You're no handsome prince at all. I can't even feel my cheeks anymore. At least it's not my cheeks and not my throat being slit, so I'll take it over that. What if they get all stretched out and misshapen permanently? I don't want that to happen. Anything but that. A monster. Who really is a monster. Akchan's face looks so funny. Still, even though it hurts, it doesn't feel too bad. Because of the mood that Noel is able to laugh right now. Really do value her mood. To me, she is irreplaceable. The enemy's voice falls on me like a ton of bricks. Why didn't you ever write her a letter, stupid? Girl's heart is a fragile thing. How to handle these things with care. Hey, you're so concerned with fragility of hearts. Why did you flaunt those letters I sent you so much? Let's go. Bill lets go of me in shock. Face turns red. It's not because I was showing off or anything, you know. I just thought the rest of the class would be interested to hear what you were doing. It meant because I felt happy about receiving those letters or anything. Somehow Moo sounds like a lot less honest than usual. I wonder. Akchan is indeed. I agree. Noel. Don't chastise her for telling the truth, Akchan. I sigh, folding my arms. I think a moon might be a bad influence on Noel. Little girl used to talk in such a delicate and maidenly way. But now? Why was I thinking something so weird? It's not like no one was mine or anything. I certainly don't think of her as my daughter. What's wrong with my brain? Maybe Moose hit me over the head one too many times. Something had to give eventually. Why are you thinking of something lewd, Akchan? No, Hey, it's okay. You aren't that age after all. Even if your body doesn't look like it. Face turns red. Why am I so easy to read? This has nothing to do with you. Get out, vile demon. Out! Wave my hand at a Moo as though I'm scattering salt in her direction. Telling all me, Moo's eyes widen in Fox's alarm. Oh no, my true identity has been revealed. What a cute ghost What's a cute ghost girl going to do? That she rushes off, taking refuge by the window at the other side of the classroom. So as I watch her go, wiping my forehead with my sleeve. Honestly, that girl. Well, giggles. You two sure look happy together. That is, It's just an idiot and all the smiles. It's okay. I don't mind. I am happy. Really, I am. Glad I can make some cheerful memories with you in a mood, and it's all alright. It's alright? Yes, it's alright. So she says, but something starts to nag at me, gnawing on a corner of my brain. There's still something we haven't talked about. It's the sign. The sign in her garden. One that reads for sale. But Noelle. Huh? What is it, Akshan? Are you sure it's really alright? I mean, you're not going to stay in this village forever, are you? Going to be moving soon, right? That's right. Moving. Sorry for not bringing it up myself. I just didn't want to talk about it. It's stressful. Oh, no, you don't need to apologize. I didn't tell you I was moving after all. Not an easy topic. I think I know how you must have felt. Maybe just a little. Noelle begins to pick at the hem of her dress. Pick, pick, pick. The old white dress really does look frayed, almost falling apart at the seams. So old, it's not even white anymore. Instead, it's as strange as old grey. I wonder why she still wears it. It's a mystery. Moving is all my parents ever talk about anymore. Always, all the time. Yes, what shall we take with us? How much will it cost? When will we sell the house? All that talk about money and planning and travel is tiresome. It gives me a headache. And that's why you started going into the forest more, taking late night walks. Yeah, I just want to get away. Don't want to hear about that anymore. Even though I know I can't keep avoiding it forever. Hey now, I don't get it. He walks towards us, peering at us curiously. Guess she got tired of playing ghost. Louise like that. People stop paying attention to her, even for a few moments, she gets restless. Even if you're moving, it's not a big deal, right? I'm sure you can still see Akshan again. He's always so optimistic, constantly punctuating his sentences with exclamation points. She turns almost everything into an explanation. That's just her way of dealing with the world, I think. Still, she's probably right. Cheerful, energetic optimism isn't empty. Something I can attest to. I know it must be difficult since you're quiet, but it's true. Thought moving would be scary at first. It really isn't that hard. Even if it is tough, I'll still be by your side. Not like we'll never see each other again. So you think, but... Oh, sighs. She looks exhausted, completely devoid of energy. Parents want to move to England. Yeah, so she was lying. I mean, she never really said exactly where she was moving to. But seconds pass. Seconds stretch on and on. Out into the endless silence. England? What's this about England? That's not somewhere nearby. Not nearby at all. I had no idea she was moving to England. As you may imagine, I've been worrying about it. Just a bit. And though she talks softly, it still sounds agitated. After all, I can't speak any English. Going to be a new school that far away in a completely different country, a completely different culture. I don't know if I'll be able to manage something like that. It's scary. The unknown really is frightening. Not something I can deal with easily. I'm a very strong person, and I don't know what to do. Look at Noelle, my mouth open in surprise. Never heard her talk about such great length before. Never in my whole life. Though Noelle doesn't tend to tell lies, she's not usually this forthright with her feelings. That's why she paints. It's a more indirect, abstract form of self-expression. Language that isn't made up of words. She would open up this much, despite her own anxiety, and tell me things on her own accord. Maybe she really has changed. Maybe, in her own way, Noelle started to take a few steps forward. But I think I've learned something important today. Realized that after talking with Amu, she made me understand. Who? Me? Yes, you. Told me something. I did I? I don't remember doing anything like that. I haven't applied for a teacher's license or anything. It doesn't matter. Made me realize it's wrong to just give up. Told me yourself. I should always do my best. Even if I can't do my best, I can still confide in others. That's what friends are for, I think. Amu laughs awkwardly, rubbing the back of her head with her hand. Her was completely messed up, so untidy not even a bird would claim it for a nest. I don't remember saying something like that. Amu looks at me, a hot blush spread across her cheeks. Did I really say something that corny, Akchun? Did I? Now I remember. Yep, and she did. We've already read all through that, so. And we're back. You might have said some things like that, yeah. No way. That's so embarrassing. When pain, Amu bruises her head, or buries her head in her hands. Face is bright red, whole body trembling. At least she got struck with the lightning this time. I have half a mind to poke her in the side, just to see if she'll react. Do it. Is she okay? I don't think it was corny. It was helpful. Never really considered it before. Mia peeks out between her splayed fingers, still covering her face. Shelly, she replies. It's not like you need to call me teacher or anything. And I don't even charge for the benefit of my golden wisdom, you know. So I think, you got a pretty good deal there, Noelle. Laughter is so awkward, it's kinda cute. Mia really is bad at being complimented, isn't she? Thank you, Amu. You really did teach me a lot. I realize, after talking to you two, maybe my problems aren't so insurmountable after all. I'm not going to give in. Noelle's expression is resolute, now set into a firm smile. Although the idea of change is scary, some days it really is hard for me to get out of bed. I don't want to give up on hope so easily. I want to have a whole future waiting for me. Eyes are still red from crying. Cheeks are unusually flushed as though with a fever. Shoulders are shaking from adrenaline. But she still smiles. And she remains strong. Yeah, she remains strong and smiles. Sometimes when everything seems hopeless, seemingly smiling is the bravest thing you can do. Time went by so fast. Where did it all go? One moment, I was together with Amu and Noelle in our old school, reminiscing. Now, all of a sudden, I'm here. mean, that's how the visual novels work when you skip forward time. The place where my journey began. Old dilapidated train station looks even gloomier than usual in the slowly descending evening. A single beat-up old bench sitting by itself, looking strangely sad. When was the last time anybody used that bench anyway? I have no idea. And so few people take the train here, the station is pretty disused, and the bench is lonely. Maybe I should sit on it before I leave. I don't want it to feel unwanted. That's a ridiculous concern, though. Not like the bench can feel anything. It's an animate object. But the mere fact this bench belongs here, in my old hometown, makes me feel connected to it somehow. I really am being overly sentimental. I sound like such a dork. It's just like a mood Noelle and I together, standing in the train station. We returned to my grandparents' home to pick up my suitcase. Expected my grandparents to come to the train station to send me off, but they declined. Quite the exchange now that I think about it. Went a little like this. Oh no, it's gonna be the whole harem thing again. Don't worry about it, lad. This is your big farewell. Yes, you don't want old busybodies like us getting in your way, do you? Huh? What do you mean? Of course I don't mind. You're my grandparents. Oh, it's very kind of you to offer, dear, but would you rather say final goodbyes alone? Your two cute girlfriends. Huh? What do you mean, girlfriends? Yep, it's gonna be the harem thing again. Hear that, John? Where are your girlfriends? I am? I didn't realize. I didn't want to love his jello. Of course you love the jello. Hey, you two. Don't encourage them. You're not... I'm not... You wouldn't want with me, lad. Really get in the way. Besides, it's probably spry for my old age. But you're still one of your pretty lady friends away with you. With my rugged look and... Do I need to fucking remind you we are all 16, old grandpa? Fuck off. Oh, now that I think about it, you are quite a looker, so don't fucking encourage his pedophilic nature. Why, thank you. I broke a lot of hearts back in the day, I'll have you know. Whoa, how cool. Who would have known there were so many hearts to break around here? Well, in my youth, I didn't live here. I was a city boy, you see, right in the thick of it. It was an exciting time to be young. Amazing. It really is amazing. Now I'm getting jealous. I want to go to the city and break lots of hearts too. That's like my reason for living. Well now. Maybe I could give you some tips. We don't need any tips from you, Grandpa. Yes, please. From now on, I'll be your pupil. I hope you take good care of... I'm gonna fucking throw up. Don't fucking encourage him. Ew. Stop trying to flirt with my grandpa. Yeah. Hey, I wasn't flirting. I was just asking for advice. Doesn't look like it to me. Then could it be that you're jealous, Akshan? No, I'm not interested. What a plot twist. No way. I'm not jealous, not my fault your grandfather is a worldly man. I'm sure you can learn a lesson or two from him as well, Akshan. Yes, it's true. I'm quite the catch, I must admit. Moo dear, don't encourage that old man. Yes, listen to Grandma. His head is bloated enough as it is. He'll become even more bloated if I catch him in the company of any young woman. Sure, you're kinda scary. Certainly hit it off surprisingly well with my grandfather. You can get along with, with almost anyone, can't she? Speaking of Moo, I Achan, I'll miss you. Whimpering pain as the moose squeezes me tightly in her arms. Birds cry in protest. I can almost hear them crying. I wonder if she's trying to crush me to death on purpose. Moo, you're hurting me. I know I am. But why? Give me something to remember on the train back home. I don't want you forgetting about me here. I'll print my memories in your body forever. No thanks. I don't think I can forget that easily, even if I wanted to. And why would you want to, mister? I don't... It's just a figure of speech. Are you sure? Of course. I would never want to forget you, Moo. Finally, thankfully, we realize it releases me from her iron grip. Small smile on her face. Sorry, Achan. I guess I got a little carried away. Jeez, you think? I was just proving the depths of my affection, that's all. You could have killed me. Mel washes up with a small smile on her face. Really is more fun with people, isn't it? I never knew. I don't know if being with a Moo is always fun. I can feel my life every single second. Compared to being with Noelle, alone, when she's in one of her moods. At least a Moo has not killed us yet. At least I don't think so. It's all been Noelle. I mean, a Moo has kind of hurt us a couple of times, but at least it's only left us bruises and not, 6 feet under. Just to prove my point, Moo slaps me on the back. Hard. Kind of proving my point there. Too hard. Ow. Just makes it more exciting, doesn't it, Achan? Exciting in a terrifying way. But that sums up life the best, doesn't it? Every day is a brand new adventure. Hey, now you're saying some pretty cliche things. No, Noelle, surprisingly enough, seems to take Moo's words to heart. Yeah, hoping Moo doesn't leave too much of an impression on Noelle here, otherwise we're going to have 2 Moos on our hand, and I don't know if I can handle that. Seriously, a fixed expression on her face, as though listening to a teacher in class. I swear if she had a notepad with her, she'd be writing that down. Thank you, Moo. From here on in, I really will do my best. Huh? I am a little afraid of moving. I know it really is frightening, but I don't want to despair anymore. If I have hope, then surely everything will work out. I hope you have a nice time in England too, Noelle. Be sure to send me back some tea. You like tea? Yeah, I love it. It's one of my passions in life. I've always wanted to try authentic British tea. Oh, I didn't expect that. Thought Moo's hobbies would be more undignified, right? No, that's not what I meant. That's okay. Most people are surprised when they find out how refined my tastes are. Despite my appearance, I have the palate of a true sophisticate. I can't help but roll my eyes at that opulent laugh. It doesn't suit Moo at all. We were standing there together, engaged in light conversation. All the while, it feels as though the small suitcase in my hands is dragging me down. Even though that suitcase contains only the barest of essentials, it still feels heavy. It isn't a physical weight. Instead, it's an emotional one. Burden on my regrets, maybe. Sounds kind of silly. I think in a way, it's the truth. I don't want to go home. Not just yet. Feels like I only just got here. Though I made many precious memories. I'm worried if I leave here, they'll all get wiped away. If I remain here, I might lose my life multiple more times. I'll miss them. Moo and Noelle. Really will. When will I see them next? I have no idea. Since Noelle is going to England, I may never see her again. This could be the last time. So deep down, from the bottom of my heart, I make a wish. Pray that these two will be okay, no matter what life throws at them. Never want them to stop smiling. Hey, Akchan, are you okay? I blink in surprise. Moo's waving her hand in front of mine. Raising her hand in front of my face. Her mouth forming the shape of an upside triangle. Yeah, I'm okay. I was just spacing out. There isn't much time for that, though. Really? Yeah, I only have 5 minutes until the train arrives. Look down at my watch and alarm. Is that really true? Time can't go on that quickly, can it? You should get going, Akchan. You wouldn't want to be late, would you? No, I guess I wouldn't. You're right. Three of us walk together to the platform. Every single step, my suitcase seems to get heavier and heavier. There, under the darkening sky, I can see it. The train is waiting for me, ready to take me back home. No matter how familiar this small village feels, the fact remains that it isn't my home. Not anymore. I can't stay here. A whole new life waiting for me, 7 hours away along these train tracks. A new home. A new school. New friends. Sakai. Miho. Yuna. Before I even realized that everything changed. That's what happens in life. Everything changes. All you can do is keep on going, giving it everything you have. Trying not to get swept away. I only have 3 minutes left. But if it gets too difficult, you can always talk to me, you know. When you move to England, you should give me your new address. Yeah, of course I will. It'd be nice finally receiving a letter from you. Waited for so long. This time I'll make sure you get it. I promise. I know, you're a good person. You always keep your promises. Except that one time. So I'm not worried. You're not? Well, maybe a little. But not about you. I'm doing my best not to be. Are you sure you'll be okay? You really sure? No, I'm not. Not entirely. Nobody can know what the future will bring. I'm going to do my best. And I won't give in. Well conscious of hands into fists. She lifts her head, and with a smile on her face, her expression set. Takes it clearly. People can adapt to anything, after all. That we can. And she didn't give us a letter, so maybe she is going to be okay this time? I sit on an unpleasant padded seat in the empty train compartment, head resting against the window. Movement on the train knocks my head against the window, but I don't mind. I continue to sit there and stare. The sound of the old rusted train going over the tracks fills my ears with a low, dull, monotonous noise. I wonder what Moo and Noelle are doing. They're still standing by the train tracks, shivering in the cold. No, I don't think so. More likely that they've gone home already, past partying. But Moo is sitting in a cozy kitchen, Dad bellowing words of concern in her ear while her little sister sits on her lap, tugging at her hair. Mother will have prepared something delicious to eat. The noisy family will be sitting together at the dinner table, all smiling. Well, we'll be in our own room with their mother and father. Maybe they'll be talking about me. Maybe not. More likely that they'll be talking about their impending move to England. Moo and Noelle have been completely different, or have always been completely different. Their homes, their families, their personalities. Nothing about their lives is all that similar. Yet, I think, maybe, bit closer together now than they were before. Hope they can become good friends. I have a vision of them walking to school together, smiling, sharing one of Noel's homemade lunchboxes during break, painting pictures in art class, always instructing a Moo on the finer points of portraiture. What if Noel will throw that creepy painting away? I don't need it anymore. Right. I hope not. If I was able to make a difference. You know, Noel was moving. I don't think that has to be a bad thing. Everything changes after all. Even I changed. I smiled to myself as I look out the window. So dark outside I can hardly see anything. Only the faintest outlines of the fields as they roll past, and this indistinct blur of dark green. I used to be afraid of change, so I tried to run away from it. Tried to avoid it. But because of my own cowardice, I did something unforgivable. I hurt Noel. Don't want to hurt any of my friends like that ever again. Even though it's frightening, even though admitting it is hard, I have to accept it, or try to accept it. People change, relationships change, circumstances change, the whole world changes. Just as day turns into night, nothing can stay the same forever. That doesn't mean friendships have to come to an end. It simply means that they are faced with new obstacles, new challenges, and evolve in the attempts to make them made to overcome them. Who knows? Maybe over time, possible for them to become even more beautiful. Just like flowers blooming under the warm summer sun. Aww. Man, that was a much sweeter ending than the last one we got. That's the endings that I kind of want. Aww. Okay, so maybe that... Okay, why are we getting... I wonder if this was meant to be as a... well, this particular ending is maybe the canon ending? But, I mean, we still got several more to go through. So, yeah, I've still got... So, we're pretty much at the halfway mark now, because I've still got 10 other endings to do. But, yeah. What those entail, I have no idea. They could be depressing, they could end in my death, or they could be very sweet like this one. At least everybody got to live, and nobody got hurt. I mean, yeah, I might have gone through bruises, but nothing life-threatening, you know? But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game so far. It's a lot of fun, well, be it kind of dark in some places, but yeah. I still want to get the rest of the endings in this. Oh, little chibi art. Oh my god, that is so adorable. Oh my god, I love that. Do we get one of Noel too? I don't think so. Oh no, but we are going to get an after credit scene. Baby Amu! Oh my god, that is so cute. Look at her little overalls and everything. Oh my god, that is adorable. Ak-chan. Hey, Ak-chan. Amu? I blink. It's dark and Amu's face is lit up by the lantern strung up around the stalls. Looks creepy with only part of her face lit up. Kinda like she's holding a torch up to her chin, ready to tell a ghost story. I didn't like ghost stories. But she'll be nice to me today. Oh, I guess not. Did she really have to hit me that hard? And that's a strike. Grinning cheerfully, Moo gives me a victory sign. I can see all of her pearly white teeth, though one of them is missing. Fell it a few days ago, but no, that isn't true. It didn't just fall out. Not of its own free will. I mean, this is a Moo we're talking about. Moo kept prodding at it, first with her tongue, then with her fingers. Till in the middle of class she yanked it right out of her gums. A lot of blood. Belled out of her mouth and streamed down her chin like a fountain. Some of the children started to scream. I didn't scream, but it didn't make me feel kind of faint. Moo didn't care. I think she liked it. She enjoys attention. even if she's in pain. And speaking of which, hey, why is she wearing a collar? Me pounce. That's what Mom said too. She kept pestering and pestering, telling me to wear it. It was so annoying. But why don't you want to wear one? Because they're uncomfy. Make me all itchy. Can't even climb trees in them. You're not meant to climb trees at festivals though? Are there even any trees here to climb? It's my life and I can do what I want. But everybody else is wearing a yukata. I didn't see you wearing one. That's because I'm a boy. Boys can wear them too. They're just not expected to dress up like girls are. So unfair. Girls have to act a certain way, then I'm not going to be a girl anymore. Does that mean you're going to be a boy? No, I don't want to be a boy. My dad's a boy. I'd rather stick my fingers in my eyes and be like him. I frowned. Doesn't want to be a girl and she doesn't want to be a boy. What else is left? Is there another category that exists somewhere in between? I mean, nowadays there is. There's many options you can go by. There is, I've never heard of it. But I don't know if that means it doesn't exist. Exactly. Not even my parents know everything. I don't want to be a boy or a girl. Both have rules and rules are stupid. I want to be a person who has no rules at all. What would that be? I don't know. Maybe a dinosaur? Of course, child of me wants to be a dinosaur. A dinosaur? Yeah, I'd love to be a dinosaur. No, dinosaurs aren't people. I'd eat my dad up and then the school, and then all the people who say girls have to wear collars but boys don't. You won't eat me as well, will you? Well, maybe. It depends. Depends on what? Moo grins. Whether you'll buy me some dumplings. Even back then you were trying to force me into buying you shit. Alright, this time for sure. Splosh. Okay then, this time. I'm sorry lad, but that was your last go. If you want to try again, you'll need to cough up some more cash. Of course. No way. I bite my lower lip, trying to stem my oncoming tears. I know it's silly crying over something like this. It's only a game, but still. Fish in that container looks so sad. The container is far too small, and there are far too many fish. I ain't been in crowded places, and don't like lots of people. I wonder if the fish feel the same. I want to save them. I want to take them back home and put them in our nice big tank. I could do at least that much. Then I won't have to feel so sorry for them. But I'm useless. Even though I tried so many times to get that man to stole all my pocket money, couldn't catch a single one. Oh, Ak-chan, what's wrong? In my head, sniffling, wiping my eyes with the back of my hand. It's a moo, tucked under one of her arms with a teddy bear. On the other hand, she's clutching several boxes of candy and a lucky cat money box. Hey, can't you just rub some luck onto us for once? Amazing. Let her only for 5 minutes if you're already able to win this much. How's that even possible? Hello there, Miss Jigasaki. Looks like you already conquered the cork rifle stall. Moo grins profoundly, puffing out her chest. Yeah, that's right. Man at the stall said I wouldn't be able to win the big prize. Said it would be impossible for me, because I'm so little. But I sure showed him. My foolish nephew wouldn't have egged you on. That silly boy will be crying over his losses tonight, you mark my words. I bet he's sitting in his stool right now, head between his legs, sobbing. I'll have to give him a stern talking to later. Moo giggles. So you come to challenge me, have you? Should I file for bankruptcy now, just to save time? Well, I don't know. I'm not so interested in fish. Ak-chan? Moo smiles at me. You can have him. I don't want him or anything. Or anyway. Huh? Giant teddy bear! A blink of surprise. Really pushing the stuffed bear into my arms, even though I never asked for it. It's true that I thought the bear was kind of cute, but this is I can't take this. This bear belongs to you, and it's okay. I didn't really want it, but you still want it. Yeah, because the guy at the store said I couldn't. I just wanted to prove him wrong. I had to. Well, if you're sure. I'm sure. Take it. He'll be happier with you. I thank you. Except the bear hugging it close to my chest. Very soft and it smells faintly of fried food. Maybe because of all the fast food stores dotted around. There. Now you don't need to cry anymore, okay? Teddy will cheer you up. Teddy? That's his name. Is it? Really? That's right. I thought of it myself. Of course you did. I can't imagine. Bear's never been good at naming things. I mean, neither have I been, but that's beside the point. He's always so literal. Still, Teddy really is cute. Smiley face does make me feel better. Now then, are you sad because you couldn't catch any fish, Akshan? How did you know? Because I know how clumsy you are. A sniffle, burying my head into my new friend's fur. Alright. Grinning, my mate points one finger at the man running the fish scooping store. I'll take 5 poi, please. I'm gonna catch all the fish you have. 3 of us, Moo, the bear and I, are sitting on a wooden bench facing the lantern-lined streets. Been here for around 2 hours, looking at all the stores, playing games and eating food. Didn't take long for us to see and do almost everything. Yes, even though it was only a tiny village festival that lasted a short handful of hours, fizzling out far too soon like a sparkler. Still feels special. Must be because I'm with a Moo. Every moment with her feels special. Akshan. Look. Speaking in surprise, Moo gets to her feet, jabbing her finger into the night sky. Following fingers with my eyes, lifting my head. Oh, fireworks. Wow, aren't they pretty? Yeah, they're really pretty. Moo giggles, displaying the gap in her front teeth. I'm glad I got to see these with you. Really are my best friend. Feel my face flush. Clutch Teddy closer to my chest, nuzzling against him with my cheek. I'm glad got to see it with you too. I'm gonna be like those fireworks. You just watch. Huh? I thought you were going to be a dinosaur. I'll be a dinosaur firework. I'll go off out into the big wide world with a bang. Like Badan. I'm gonna go loads of places, see lots of things, and fill the world with pretty colours. Smile that crosses the Moo's lips, illuminated by the fireworks. To this day, I still haven't forgotten it. How could I ever forget a smile like that? She really is one of the strongest people I know. Oh, isn't that sweet?